If you're my friend and I tell you a secret and you tell your husband, you're a pick-me, weirdo, loser, goofy bucket.
Hey beautiful people, how you all doing today? It's your girl Destiny here and welcome to my channel. How have you all been? Hope you guys are doing great. So this video, we're talking about pick me women or women that's all about their man that goes on to tell their friends business. So this creator came online to talk about how the conversation of women keeping their friend story or their friends conversation with their friends away from their men. And this woman decided to come online to say that she doesn't understand why women are making a big deal out of it, because if she's up in the morning taking care of her son and a friend is telling her about the finicky issues, she's going to have that conversation with a man. She's going to tell a man, basically saying that she's going to tell her friend's business to a man. And this has struck a conversation that women are like, okay, yeah, that friend that is always running their mouths in presence of your friend, that friend that will always talk about you in presence of their husband or their boyfriend so that they look like a better person. That conversation starts. So let me know down in the comment section if you ever had somebody like this in your life that you told your business and before you know, your business is out there with their man. Their man knows exactly what's going on. Even though you have no business with the man knows your business. Okay. Anyway, guys, let's go check out the video, people's response to it, and then we'll come back and talk more. Mind you, she has taken down the video, so it's a recorded version. So yeah, let's go check it out and let's talk more.
My husband doesn't care. Okay, this new anger that these women are having where they're like, oh, you shouldn't be telling your husband the things that we talk about and we're friends. Yes, I'm telling my husband. I'm here talking to you and you're telling me your little fickle problem, but I literally was up at 3:30 changing my son for the second time that night because we're potty training. Yeah, I'm going to tell my husband.
If you have not had your reminder today, this is your reminder that you keep your business to yourself, because anything that you share with anyone will be sharing with somebody's husband, who, by the way, ain't telling their friends deep tea because they know by proxy that it could incriminate them. But that's a whole nother story. I had to say that y'all tried to come for me and say that I was bitter. So I'm just, I really didn't care for the part about I'm telling your business because I'm tired and because I got to be up with the baby that you created. The reasons why you do it, that's on you. It's just my reminder to you to keep your traumas and the things that you don't want to share with a man to yourself. For you, those of you who has never done it before, take it from Big Sister General. I made the mistake of doing this when I was younger. Don't ever do that, because men will start to believe that birds of a feather will flock together. You telling that man your friend's whole business and he wondering why you with her.
Exactly.
Watch your mouth and watch who you tell your business, because I promise 8 times out of 10 is leaving that person's lips and is going to someone. And would you want a man to know your business? Okay.
If you're my friend and I tell you a secret and you tell your husband, you're a pick-me, weirdo, loser, goofy bucket. It's very simple, right? Because waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning and changing your child's diaper and thinking that's a great time to have a conversation with your husband about your friend's quote unquote fickle problems, when that man could be up at that hour, maybe talking about stocks and bonds, trying to figure out how you're going to build your home from scratch, going to war, nothing. That man's talking about your homegirl's problems. You don't find anything weird with that? My husband knows my friends' names, whether or not they're in a relationship, like have a significant other, whether they have kids, and that's about it. He doesn't really care because he's not part of the group chat. He's not part of the girls. He doesn't care. But your husband clearly cares, and what I want to know is, why do you feel like you can betray your friend's trust like that? Why do you feel like your friend, doesn't deserve your loyalty? And why do you feel like you can cross boundaries like that? And why is your man listening? The minute I start talking about anything related to my friends, even if it's something small and funny, he'll be like, okay. And that's about it. He has no thoughts. He has no vibes, right? Because once again, those are my friends, not his. And he has nothing to do with like women's issues. But telling him about quote unquote there's so many other things we could be talking about. You know what I mean? But do you, girl, stop getting on the internet and telling us how you guys are weirdos every day. I'm sick and tired of it.
My husband doesn't care. Okay, this new anger that these women are having where they're like, oh, you shouldn't be telling your husband the things that we talk about and we're friends. Yes, I'm telling my husband. I'm here talking to you and you're telling me your little fickle problem, but I literally was up at 3:30 changing my son for the second time that night because we're potty training.
You want to tell your husband my business? No problem. I'm going to make sure, if I find out that you're telling your husband my business that I expected you as my friend to keep between you and I'm going to make sure he's aware of the entire conversation. I'm going to make sure he knows that you think that his sex is whack, that you think he's a piss poor father, that he has not been waking up in the middle of the night to help you, and that you're tired, and that you haven't been stopped complaining about him. Since you want him to know about the conversation that we're having, She is a horrible friend on every front, not just because she is telling her husband your business, but the fact that she says, oh, you want to tell me your little fickle
yeah.
problem and I was up all night changing my baby's diaper? What kind of friend is that?
Exactly.
What kind of friend minimizes whatever it is that you're going through because she has to wake up in the middle of the night to change the diaper of a baby she chose to have with her husband? So now because she has to get up in the middle of the night to change a baby diaper, your problems are not as significant. She is telling her husband your business as a way to make herself look like a better woman in her husband's eyes.
Clock it, girl.
She is probably more than likely dogging you to her husband, talking cash shit about you to her husband to try and make herself seem like a better woman. Like, see what kind of wife you have? I'm not like Susan. Susan is a dirty who's sucking a different night and she can't keep a man. And do you know she don't cook for these men?
But I cook for you.
Oh, Susan had to go get what's some things called? A night after pill or whatever, a plan B.
Will I have your kids?
She's using your situation, what's going on in your life as something to keep her marriage going. Women like this, and I hope their friends see it, and maybe her friends are just like her. And some people are saying, like, don't tell your friends everything. And I really don't want to necessarily live by that standard, you know what I'm saying? But if I find out that you're telling your husband anything that I feel like is common sense that we should keep between us, I'm repeating every conversation we have ever had. And I hope you told him what you said in that conversation. Because don't play with me.
My husband doesn't care. Okay, this new anger that these women are having where they're like, oh, you shouldn't be telling your husband the things that we talk about and we're friends. Yes, I'm telling my husband. I'm here talking to you and you're telling me your little fickle problem, but I literally was up at 3:30 changing my son for the second time that night because we're potty training. Yeah, I'm going to tell my husband.
So this conversation has run rampant on social media. These married women can't wait to get on here and justify telling your secrets to their husbands. But if they knew what the husbands did with the secrets, they would stop immediately. You see, the only women who want to divulge all your business to their man are pick-me's. It's to make you look worse by comparison. To say, see, she's not all that. She has this trauma and this insecurity and this shady background. But that's not how the gentlemen see it. They see the secret all access pass to possibly getting into your pants. Because this guy's going to take this secret information that he knows about you and try to weaponize it. He's thinking, I know she's going through a rough patch in her relationship. I know she's got daddy issues. So how can I weaponize that to make her feel bad enough that I can take advantage? Because you have to think about what people aren't saying and what their real motivations are. This woman from the original clip is like, oh yeah, I just tell my husband all your business. He's not really listening. If he's not really listening, why are you talking to him? Why does it have to be him in particular if you're not getting any real substantive communication back from him? She knows good and well he's listening. He is set. He can't wait to soak up all this information because he's going to use it. She's telling him to make her friends look bad, to make her friends look worse, so she can queen over them with her status as a married lady, because that's how pick-me's think. But these are the same men who are completely divorced from what's going on in their own houses. These are the dudes who don't know the color of their children's eyes, the pediatrician's name, where they go to school. How come he's listening so intently? Because he thinks there's something in it for him. And I think the example she used is so telling. Oh, when I'm up with my child at 3 a.m, I'm going to tell my husband your business because your problem is so stupid and fickle and we have real things to worry about. Well, shouldn't you be talking about the real things you have to worry about since her problems are so silly? But she knows he's not interested in that stuff. So you're the bait she uses to get him interested in his own child and being a father. She holds out the tidbit of your life and your problems, your personal stuff, like a bone to a dog to make him come to heel and do what he's supposed to do. And I'm going to tell y'all a secret. This is why so many men feel so comfortable propositioning the friends and even sisters of their wife or girlfriend because they know so much about them. They know their personal business. They're not coming empty-handed. They know everything that's happened to you since you were a teenager. So they think they can push the right buttons and make you fall into their arms. We talk all the time about the blood in the water test and not telling men your traumas and your secrets because they weaponize them. But you have to not tell other women that stuff too, because it's like you're telling it to a man. Tell your therapist, write it in a diary, tell God. But if you don't want people knowing your secrets, don't tell them. My favorite Russian proverb, 2 people can keep a secret if one of them is. Anything I've never wanted somebody else to know, I didn't tell. Just be aware, we are moving into a moment of more solidarity between women, but other women who have nefarious intentions will take advantage of that to dime you out for male attention. Stay woke. That's it. Like and follow for more.
That we talk about and we're friends. Yes, I'm telling my husband. I'm here talking to you.
So what you think will happen next once you tell your husband my business? What do you think is going to happen next once you tell your husband my personal business that I've been telling you, best friend? What do you think is going to happen next? See, what you think is going to happen is I'm not going to keep my mouth shut and I'm not going to say anything. What's going to happen is you're probably going to get a divorce next. Because then I'm going to tell your husband all the shit you say about him. Everything that you say about him. Plus the things that you don't say about him. That I know that's what you think about him. This is what I'm talking about. So many times we trust these women, and like I said, secretly envious and secretly jealous. But she's saying it straight out front. Yes, I tell my husband, because what she think is that her life has prestige over yours. Like what you telling her don't have prestige to, it's not important to you. Like, you know, your stuff is just minute. Because I'm changing my baby over here, you know, we're potty changing, and the shit that you're talking about is nothing. But you trusted her to with your deepest, darkest secrets. And this is what she said. Yes, she's telling her husband. Pillow talk is what they call it. So while you over there pillow talking, telling your husband all of my personal business, when I start talking, sweetie, the house is going to come falling down. So you better be mindful, lady. Yeah, I had to tap in on this because this is the stuff that pissed me off. And so many times when you go, they talk shit about you to their husband secretly at night when they're pillow talking, just to keep the fire off of their ass.
True.
Because a lot of times they don't have anything really to talk about with their husbands but you. And while you're talking, when she's talking about you to your husband, what do you think is going on in the husband's mind? What do you think is going on? So, good girlfriend, when you meet up with her and her husband and he give you that side eye or that stank eye, like, you know, I don't want her hanging out with you, guess why? Because she's discussed you in private, and it wasn't good. It was not good. So, to the ladies that do this type of stuff, what do you think is going to happen when I get a hold to your husband and tell your husband what's really going on? How you secretly hate his guts. How you secretly hate his guts and the names that you call him and the things that you say about him, his mother, his family, his children. That's not yours. What do you think is going to happen? So I will advise you to be careful. This is what I mean. This is what I mean. I've had it done to me before. I mean, I knew, because I can tell once I get with the husband, why is he acting shady to me? He don't even know me. But he's acting shady because his wife has discussed you in private, and it wasn't good. It was not good. So y'all better tap in. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm sure y'all have experienced it, but I just want to tell the ladies that discuss my personal business with your man or your husband, be very mindful that I have receipts and my stuff is factual, and it will hit way, way more. The whole house will come tumbling down, so you better be careful. I had to just chime in. That's all.
Please go down and let me know what you think about this conversation of friends telling their friends' business out there. Go down in the comment section, share your thought, but please, as always, keep it respectful. Here on this channel, we're allowed to disagree, but we'll do it in a very respectful way. So go ahead, feel free, and share your thought. So for me personally, Anyway, I've said it a couple of times. I have some of the most amazing friend group, but also at that, I have one particular friend that I know that she says some certain things which I've noticed, which I'll get into. But anyway, any lady that goes around to tell her friend's business to a man, a husband, a boyfriend, whatever, is because they don't have anything interesting in their relationship to talk about, to do, or anything. Because why would you be with your man and the only conversation that is coming up, it's your friend, what your friend told you, how your friend life is going. What's going on in your marriage? What's going on in your relationship that you people can talk about? But yeah, ladies, just be very, very lookout for that your friend. It might be a subtle thing. That's how you know they're talking about you. It might be a very subtle thing. I have this friend that when she's with her husband, like she'll say some certain things, and when I'll call her out on her, like, why did you say that? And she'll like, oh, it's because my husband is there. I just don't want him to think. I'm like, why are you like, are you telling my business to your husband or what? And you're like, oh, no, no, no. But a lot of the time, those women that do things like that, they do that because they like Frankie said, because they want to look like the devoted wife. They are the pick me women. They want to look like they're like, oh, this is what is happening in this person. This is what is happening in Destiny's life. But you can see me, I'm doing mine for you. Oh, Destiny doesn't cook for her husband. Oh, but me, I cook for you. Like, I'm a better woman than the women out there. Look at me, pick me, pick me, pick me. Because the women out there, they are nothing like me. I'm the best thing that will ever happen to you. Those are the women that do that. And stay away from those type of women. Stay from those type of women that seeks for their husband validation 24/7. Run, because they will tell him anything. They will discuss anybody. But see, I'm not saying that like I would say yes, I used to be that woman like, oh, my husband, my man, my man, my man, my man, my man, my man. And sometimes my man would talk about our friends and all that, but we'll talk about the surface stuff. Oh yeah, she just put to bed. Her daughter's name is this. We'll talk about that basic stuff. But the main thing, why do you have to know? He's not going to tell you his homeboy's main secret or main thing. So why do I want to tell? And another thing a lot of women forget, especially the pick me women forget, is that when you talk down on your friends, that also reflects you. He sees you the same way. So when you're talking about how useless your friend is, just let him know that he's looking at you like you're useless. You don't get it, because he'll be asking, how come your friend is that useless and you are not that useless? But they go for the pick me so that they look like the better woman, but they don't know that they are training themselves under the boss. The same thing with family. That is one rule I live by. And it has always been that I'm not going to talk shit about my family. I'm not going to talk shit about my friends, because that is a reflection of who I am, what I am. Because a man is going to kind of disrespect you because of what your family is going through, or who your friends are, who your family are. I'm telling you. It might not be your direct problem, but it knows, oh, your sister is loose. It's going to look at you like, So when you are in a relationship, in a marriage and all that, put some respect on your friend's name, put some respect on your family's name, because that reflects exactly who you are. Especially if you want him to see you on a certain light, if you want him not to disrespect you and call you and say, is it not your friend that is rubbish, that is useless like that? Better respect yourself, because if you think you're just trying to rubbish your friend and make your friend look like a stupid idiot, you are making yourself look like a very stupid idiot. If you know you do things like that, you're dumb. You're a pick me. I'm saying it. You're dumb. You're a pick me. And if you think that that's what is making you stand out from that man, he sees you and your friend as the same. He sees you and that your sister that you're talking down on as the same. It's just like this one is just pretending. When our friend is doing this, why can't you do worse? Or you're telling him how your friend is cheating. Oh, do you know it? He look at you, tell you that you too, you're cheating too. Go on. And the truth is that stop telling your business to people that think that your problems are finicky or your problem does not matter. And you will know. You will know when they think that way, because usually they're just like, They don't give you any input into it. I just thank God for the type of friends I have. Like, no matter how stupid the conversation is, we're so invested with each other, and we're not going to call it finicky. Because she thinks it's finicky, she feels like she can run her mouth and it's not important. But clearly, herself and her husband's life, they are so boring. Even though they have a child right in front of them to take care of, their life is so boring that they're going to sit down and talk about your friends. Sure. Anyway, guys, go down and share your thoughts. Share this video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation, because that's what we do here. We have banging conversation. So go on and share this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, smash the like button, because this helps YouTube to push up my content for more people to see, and that'll be supporting this channel and this girl here. So go on and do that. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Deuces.